To draw Ferdinand the Bull, I'm going to begin by drawing a big heart shape in the middle of my page. This is going to act as his nose. It's more of like a flattened heart shape. Or a bean. Like a lima bean. I'm going to draw 2 large circles on each side of the bean, and this is going to be his nostrils for his nose. One circle, 2 circles. My next step is to draw the mouth. And I'm going to draw a line reaching across or through my bean shape to make the mouth line. And I'm curving it slightly, not just making it straight, because then you would look kind of mad. To make my bull look a little bit happier in the end, I'm going to draw 2 curved lines for the cheeks. My next step is to draw the outside of the head, and it's going to look like a boxy U shape going around my flattened heart shape that I drew for the nose. So down, down, curve the edge a teeny bit, just so he doesn't have such a boxy head, and connect those 2 lines. Then I got my mouth, my nose and my mouth, and then the head shape. Draw 2 curved lines coming off the 2 top points of the head. And you'll see what I'm going to do with this in just a second. But it's going to be where our horns for our bull are. And then I'm going to draw a line for the top of the head that connects these 2 curved shapes we just made. The next step is to start drawing our horns, and the way that I'm going to do that is by drawing 2 curved lines, almost like upside down hooks, off the head. 1, 2, then I'm going to close my horns just by drawing a line like I just did. So start at the point of the horn, curve, and then go downward towards the head and meet where we dipped in to our head right there. We're going to do this on both sides. Meet at the point, curve, go to the dip. Oops, I just realized I did not show that on camera. So, curve upward, then down, up, down. My next step is to add some details in the face. And I'm going to add some little hair on the top of his head by drawing triangle shapes. Or partial triangles, because I'm not closing them off. Sometimes bulls have these little tufts of fur on the top of their head. And I'm going to draw his eyes, and they're going to be like peacefully closed or looking down. And it's going to be a wide U shape. And you can decide to add eyelashes if you want. So I'm going to just draw some little dashed lines going off that U shape. You could also add some eyelids by drawing a little curved shape above the eye we just made. Next step is to draw some ears. And mine are going to come off the side of the face and meet at a point, almost like a curved triangle. Like that. To add a detail, I'm going to add a line that comes off the face and meets at the point of the ear, so I can show where the inner part of the ear is and the outer part. And when you color later, you could draw these or color them in with two different colors, like a light color here and a dark one right there. Next, I'm going to draw my body. And I'm going to start at the bottom of the head and almost go to like the edge of my paper. But yours may be different depending on how large you do your head. Maybe your body comes off the page, and that's okay. I'm going to start at the bottom of the head, curve downward, and do this on both sides. Then I'm going to add a hoof, so drawing an upside down V. Then a line that goes upward, coming off that V point. These are the two front legs. Then I'm going to add a line that goes across the legs to show where my hoof starts. The hoof is that black part of an animal's legs. It's on the bottom. It's almost like their little hands. Next, I'm going to draw a curve in between the two hoofs, and that's going to be the belly of my bull. I'm going to have the back legs coming off to the side. He's going to look like he's kind of sitting almost like a frog. Make a line going downward, diagonal. And make a tiny line right there, next to the hoof. Do this on both sides. Draw a line to connect those two lines we just made for the back legs. Next step is to draw some hoofs for the back legs. And it's going to be similar to how we did the hoofs for the front legs. Mine kind of went off the page a teeny bit, which is fine. Our next step is to add some little spots inside our Ferdinand nibble. And I'm just going in and drawing some splotches in his body. Kind of look like paint splatters. It's up to you if you want to add this. Some bulls and cows have little spots inside of them. You can place them randomly. And now my bull is complete. Make sure to add a background in your drawing. Like maybe you want to put your Ferdinand on a field. Maybe have a tree in the background. A sun, some clouds, flowers on the ground. It's up to you. Make sure to add a bunch of details in the background. Then you're done.